Jason Kelce's bedtime story, Fumble, that left Kylie furious, and why their girls still think dad is the ultimate bedtime MVP. Jason Kelce spent more than a decade facing down the fiercest defenders in the NFL, absorbing bone-rattling hits and making split-second decisions in front of millions of fans. But according to his wife, Kylie Kelce, one of his biggest fumbles didn't happen on the football field at all. It happened in the quiet of their home, at bedtime, while telling one of their daughters what was supposed to be a harmless fairy tale. The now-retired Philadelphia Eagles icon recently stunned listeners during an episode of the wildly popular New Heights podcast, which he co-hosts with his younger brother, Kansas City Chiefs star Travis Kelce, when he revealed how a customized bedtime story ended in accidental terror for his daughter Elliot and absolute fury from Kylie. Jason, 38, and Kylie, 33, share 4 daughters together: Wyatt, 6, Elliot, 4, Bennett, 2, and their youngest, baby Finley, who is just 7 months old. And as any parent knows, bedtime with one child can be a challenge, let alone 4. But for the Kelce household, bedtime has evolved into an entire nightly production complete with custom storytelling, character voices, back scratches, and even live musical performances. Still, no one expected that one particular story would backfire the way it did. The night Jason turned a warm fairy tale into nightmare fuel. On the December 3rd episode of New Heights, Jason began by explaining how much his daughters love personalized bedtime stories. Unlike reading straight from a book, he often improvises narratives where the girls themselves, or their favorite stuffed animals, become part of the adventure. "They'll tell me sometimes, the girls will tell me they want one of their stuffed animals in the story," Jason explained. "Or they want to be in the story themselves." It's the kind of sweet, hands-on parenting moment fans have come to adore about the Kelces. Jason, the tough NFL center known for his Super Bowl parade speech in a mummer's costume, has fully embraced his role as a girl dad. But on this night, creativity collided with childhood fear, and it went off the rails fast. Elliot, who goes by Ellie, asked her dad to tell her the story of Pinocchio. So far, so normal. But she added one crucial request: she wanted her beloved stuffed sloth, affectionately named Slotha, to be written into the story as well. Jason didn't hesitate. He leaned into the magic of the moment. Ellie wished upon a star, and Slotha came to life, Jason recalled. At first, it sounded like the perfect fairy tale twist. A living stuffed animal. A dream come true for any child. But as Jason continued, he suddenly noticed his daughter's reaction. "And her eyes went just wide," he said. "And she didn't move. She was just holding the stuffed animal." Instead of giggling with excitement, Ellie had frozen in fear. Most parents might have immediately pivoted, softened the moment, or reassured their child that everything was okay. Jason did not. He doubled down. Jason grabbed a Jiminy Cricket figurine nearby and added yet another layer to the story, giving Slotha a full-blown conscience, just like in the original Pinocchio. "I had a whole conscience thing going on and everything," he said. The living stuffed animal. The talking conscience. The idea that your toy might suddenly wake up in the middle of the night and start making decisions. For a 4-year-old, it was too much. After the story, Jason admitted, Ellie was just so terrified. And that was only the beginning of the fallout. Kylie's reaction. "What the F is wrong with you?" When Kylie realized what had happened, she was not amused. Not even a little. Kylie was so furious, Jason told the podcast. She's like, "What the F is wrong with you?" Travis Kelce, listening in real time, was completely stunned, and cracking up. In true older brother fashion, Jason took full responsibility for turning a magical bedtime request into a full-blown horror experience. But as funny as the moment was in hindsight, it underscored something many parents can deeply relate to: sometimes your best intentions absolutely backfire. The internet, of course, immediately latched onto the story. Fans flooded social media with reactions, laughing over the idea that one of the fiercest linemen in football accidentally traumatized his daughter with a Pinocchio remix featuring a haunted sloth. Yet for Kylie, the grounded, practical force in the Kelce household, the moment was anything but funny at the time. As a mom of 4 young girls, she's seen enough scraped knees, nightmares, and overtired meltdowns to know that bedtime is sacred ground. And Jason had just disturbed it in spectacular fashion. Jason Kelce, the singing bedtime performer. If the Pinocchio incident proved anything, it's that Jason Kelce does not do bedtime halfway. And storytelling isn't his only performance. Jason revealed on the podcast that he also sings to the girls regularly, not just simple lullabies, but full-on emotional ballads. "If I hear a tune or a song that I like to sing," he said. "I like singing to the girls at bedtime." Then he stunned Travis, and the audience, by casually breaking into lyrics from The Unfortunate Lad, a dark folk ballad popularized in the Coen brothers' film The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. For anyone unfamiliar, the song is about a dying outlaw reflecting on his life, hardly standard bedtime material for preschoolers. After singing a few haunting lines, Jason added, "And then I say, good night, Wyatt." Travis was speechless. "I don't even know what to say to that," he joked. Between terrifying living stuffed animals and somber outlaw ballads, fans have begun to wonder whether Jason's bedtime routine is secretly preparing his girls for life's emotional complexities far earlier than anyone anticipated. Why the girls still prefer dad at bedtime. Despite the occasional storytelling disaster, Kylie has been openly honest about one thing. The girls absolutely adore Jason's bedtime routines, and they prefer him over her most nights. Earlier this year, Kylie shared insight into their evolving parenting dynamic during an interview with People. "We used to tag team bedtime," she explained. "And now it's a little bit of like, he's doing it on his own." Not only that, the girls actively push Kylie out of the room. They're like, "Mom, why are you even in here? You can get out," she joked. Why is Jason so popular at bedtime? According to Kylie, it comes down to 3 unbeatable dad skills. He gives legendary back scratches. He reads stories with full character voices. And he makes everything fun. He reads the stories with voices, so he's way more fun than I am, she admitted. But that's really been the biggest change, bedtime. Dad's a pro. It's a remarkable shift from the Jason Kelce fans once knew, the intense, helmet-clad blocker powering through defensive lines, to the modern Jason Kelce, creating fictional talking sloths and performing end-of-day concerts for his daughters. Life after the NFL, from Super Bowls to storytime. Since retiring from professional football, Jason has embraced family life with a passion that fans find endlessly endearing. After 13 seasons with the Eagles and a legendary Super Bowl victory, he has shifted his focus from football dominance to fatherhood. The transition hasn't dulled his larger-than-life personality, it's simply given it a new stage. Instead of roaring crowds at Lincoln Financial Field, he now performs for an audience of 4 little girls sitting cross-legged on their beds. Instead of audibles at the line of scrimmage, he improvises fairy tale dialogue. And instead of post-game pep talks, he now offers whispered good nights and cozy lullabies. Yet even with all the charm, the Pinocchio incident serves as proof that even elite athletes aren't immune to parenting miscalculation. Kylie Kelce, the calm counterbalance. Kylie Kelce has become something of a breakout star in her own right over the past few years. Known for her authenticity, dry humor, and no-nonsense attitude, she's often the grounding force in Jason's sometimes chaotic world. While Jason thrives on spontaneity, Kylie brings structure. While Jason leans into wild creativity, Kylie assesses practicality. And when Jason accidentally terrifies a child with a haunted stuffed animal narrative, Kylie is the one who steps in with the reality check. Fans love their dynamic because it feels real. They're not performing perfection. They're navigating real life with 4 small kids, exhaustion, laughter, frustration, love, and the occasional bedtime meltdown. Why fans can't get enough of the Kelce family. The Kelce family's rising popularity goes far beyond football. Between Jason's retirement, Travis's NFL superstardom, and the brothers' wildly popular podcast, fans have become invested in their personal lives just as much as their athletic careers. Throw in Kylie's sharp-witted commentary and their 4 adorable daughters, and the result is one of the most beloved families in sports culture. Stories like the Bedtime, Fumble, only deepen that connection. They remind fans that even the toughest men can be reduced to nervous apologies by a furious spouse and a frightened 4-year-old. They show that parenting doesn't come with a playbook, even if you spent your life mastering one. From Pinocchio panic to bedtime legend. In the end, Ellie was fine. The haunted slotha did not come to life. Kylie forgave Jason, eventually. And the story became one more legendary entry in the Kelce family archive. These moments, embarrassing or chaotic as they may seem in real time, are the stories that families laugh about years later. One day, Ellie may tell her own version. The night my dad accidentally turned my stuffed animal into a living nightmare. And Jason will probably laugh louder than anyone. Because if there's one thing he's learned since retiring from football, it's this. The hardest job he's ever had isn't blocking 300-pound linebackers. It's making sure 4 little girls fall asleep happy each night, without accidentally convincing them their toys might wake up.